All right, so we got Bullet loaded up. That's Wallace's first gun, by the way. He's a 5-year-old gun of trash out of Apache that bred and raised him. Showed him last year as a 4-year-old and did really well at the 100X, made the finals there, had a good showing, then came back at the NRHA Derby. He's a 225 in the first go and made the finals, and then was good in the finals, but not quite where I wanted. And I'm getting him legged up this year for this coming, shows, Run for Million qualifier, possibly NRBC Derby, and he feels great. But one thing I've just noticed, and then thinking back on last year, is, if I ride him fairly hard 2-3 days in a row, he just feels like he's just kind of out of gas. Like he's a big stopper, but a couple days and he just doesn't feel as crisp as he does at the beginning. And I just got to doing some research on some other ways of getting him conditioned other than just riding and lunging and stuff. And one was the aqua tread. And so I got to looking and seeing if there was a place around here that does that. And there's FF Equine, which we've got him loaded up, and that's where we're headed to now. And they've got a cold water spa, same as the one we have at the ranch, combined with a treadmill that they can put on an incline. And I got to talking to those guys about putting the water at different depths. And I just think back to being on the beach and having to pick your legs up and how big of a workout that is, getting through the water. And it's the exact same thing with horses, and that's something they've been doing. And so they adjust the water level and the incline based on the horse's condition. But what I feel when I'm riding Bullet is as he gets fatigued, especially after, towards the end of the week, he just has a hard time keeping up. And I've just been thinking that could be part of my problem with him, why at the beginning of a competition he feels amazing, and as that week goes on I can just feel he's hanging in because he's a tough warrior, but he's just kind of running out of steam. So we're going to send him over. They recommended 2 weeks of swimming every day, hot walker in the afternoon, and then I'm going to try him after 2 weeks and see if I notice a difference, see if he feels crisper, feels stronger. And if he is, probably figure out some sort of formula where I ride him a few days and then take him for the swimming a few days. I've never done this with a horse before. I've had injured horses coming back, rehab, and with the treadmill and aqua tread and even swimming pools, but this is my first time kind of doing it ahead of the game. He's so good anyway. I don't feel like riding him every single day of the week is what he needs. I feel like if he's in better condition, I think the days I do ride him, he'll be that much better. So it'll be a fun little field trip. It's only, GPS says we're going to be there in about 18 minutes. But it sounds like they're going to pull him out and let us actually watch a session so you guys get a chance to see. Do a little cross training, and got to mix things up. If you keep doing what you're doing, you keep getting what you're getting. This is a really nice horse, and I think this is something that could be the difference in him finishing really strong at the end of a week, because he feels like a horse that could win. And I think that if we can get that condition in the way that I think it needs to be, I think that's exactly what we'll do. Got our travel tunes on, some old school Naughty by Nature, bring me back to first year of high school. Ho, hey, ho, hey. Yeah, so I wanted to bring Bullet over myself this first time, just taking any of my horses to do something. I always, I want to take good care of them. It's my responsibility, and I'm curious on top of it too. But I just want to see what it looks like. I trust my own eye more than anything, but it'll help when I have conversations, when I check in with him and they tell me how he's doing. I'll be able to put my eyes on the actual session and know where it's at and get a good feel for if it's making a difference or not.
You put your heart in the part of a part that spreads apart and forgot that I forgave when you had a spark. You try to act like something really big is missing, even though my name's graffiti written on your kitten. I love like women always, and disrespect ain't the way. Let's start our family today.
It's like almost 300 grand, huh? I was thinking, I always dive into stuff like That's a big investment.
It's yeah, honestly, like you've probably seen multiple of them, but when you see it, it's all glass, like you know those other.
Yeah.
And this one you keep so clean. The filter system is so. I mean, our water stays crystal clear,
Love that.
and we don't like. A lot of those people put bags on them, like the poop bags on them, and I just think I think they move weird with them.
I agree.
So we don't. We catch the poop, and I mean our water, we keep it clean as possible.
Awesome.
Hi,
This
how
is
are you?
Bullet.
He's beautiful.
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
I've got his blankets in there.
Okay.
I've got a bag of Blue Bonnet for him.
What kind do you feed? Is it the Omega Force purple bag?
I gotta look and see. I
Okay.
don't remember.
If it's the Omega Force, I buy about a pallet.
Okay,
so
cool.
I've got Monday, Tuesday he'll be freshwater. Wednesday he'll be cold salt. Thursday freshwater. Friday cold salt.
Come on, Bullet.
Pay attention to
A couple days.
cold
yeah.
salt. Yeah, just if they've got any information and anything like that, it helps. So.
And then when do you put him on the walker?
Well, so usually I was going to talk to you. Usually what I do is, like, since the weather's nicer now, I usually swim them in the morning, the horses that swim and walker, and then I put them in the walker in the afternoon. In this row, this shed row, so it is kind of open. The walls are about this tall. I've got heaters in all the stalls, and I have a blanket and a lot of them. So.
Yeah, so this horse, it's his stifles. He's had problems with some soft tissue meniscus stuff as end of his 3-year-old year. And this horse I thought was working pretty good. Went back to work, and he's not lame, but I can just feel
Sluggish.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to pick those hind legs up, particularly the left hind, in my opinion.
Okay.
And it's still a little ways out to put steroid in from the show. I'm not opposed to doing it right before we go to Scottsdale, but up over logs. I'm not going to do that there at the ranch, but I'm hoping that you're going to be able to simulate some of that with the water.
Yeah, so that's like, so all of our water height, like we can change it based off the horses. And I'll so today will be like, we call it a first time swim. So he's going to go in dry. We'll walk him dry until he gets his feet figured out. Then we add a little water, and then we slowly build it up. So today won't be like really
Nothing crazy.
What his normal thing is, but then when he goes in tomorrow, like as soon as he gets in there, the water will hit. It'll start.
Well, this thing's brand new.
That's a year old.
Is it? Well, you guys keep it nice. I don't blame you.
We've already swam 15 through it today.
Wow.
It's actually a little bit dirty.
What a nice facility. Whoa, what a nice job keeping it up.
We clean it spotless every night, especially with the salt because it's so
Corrosive.
Yeah.
He's been whacked before. So how many can you take then at one time?
So we have 21 total. So these stalls, obviously the doors are on them, and then I'm gonna put automatic waters on the back side. So then we can shut these stalls. We'll have double-sided. So there's 7 in here. We have heaters in all of them. Then
Do those work pretty good?
amazing. They're all great.
I just want to take a picture because
So
my barn is
This exact
so open.
model is, they don't have, I'll show you one that's, they still
So that was really cool to see Bullet go into that saltwater treadmill there at FF Equine. Those guys at Coy, you can tell they do an incredible job. The place was absolutely spotless. But what I'm excited about, I'm really trying to get him to strengthen those stifles, those quads is what Coy was talking about, and his back, along with the conditioning and watching him lift his legs up out of the water. I mean, I was getting tired watching him. So we're gonna wait 2 weeks, let him go steady every day, and see how he does. But I'm really optimistic that that's going to make a huge difference on Bullet. Good break for him, you know, kind of breaking up the routine. And we'll definitely have to show you that first ride back and see if it makes a difference.